What's up, guys? This is Drew. This is new episode of Drew's Comic Reviews, where I've got like a bunch of comics, and I just pick one at random, and I have a look at it, and I tell you guys what think about it, and I you know maybe it's something you'd like to buy or check out down the road. It's just could be like any comic, so I've got a bunch of them, and so this week we've got Wolverine 74. And just right off the bat, I think like the artwork on this is just it's like really cool. It's one of my favorite artwork covers. I just really like how like Wolverine, like in the movies, in the X-Men movies, like Wolverine's like he's kind of skinny, and I just really like how they make him like super buff and like super strong, and like his arms are really big, and like it just kind of also tells you about what you're gonna see once you open the page, because you see this big robot coming over top, and then you see Jubilee and like Wolverine saving her. So it's like you just know there's gonna be like cool bad guys, and Wolverine's gonna be doing like saving people, and it's not gonna just be like people sitting around talking and stuff. So just on the first page, they say they call it Ant Hill. I don't know if you can see that. And then so it's like right off the bat you see Wolverine is already got his costume ripped up, and he's pretty bad. And Wolverine, okay, they say they call it Ant Hill. Up teeth levels of techno hard war squatting in the Australian outback. So they're in Australia. Especially since me and Jubilee got ourselves hijacked to this dump while we were checking out X-Men's old compound and getaways and all. So him and Jubilee, they were on like a mission, and now they're in Australia. And then he's looking pretty mad here. He says, "This is a big one, kiddo. We got to hit a grand slam or we're definitely skunked." And then she's like, "These robo-goons aren't stopping me. I got a mission." So, and then you turn the page, and then you actually see what's going on. There's giant robots everywhere. And this is Jubilee's revenge up there. So you can think that, okay, she's probably going to be getting revenge on these robots for probably they did something. Sentinels unfettered by constraints of Prime Directive. That's what one of them said. And then Jubilee says, "What's their national anthem going to be? Purple Haze?" It's a Jimi Hendrix song. I think maybe she said that because they're like purple. And then, Wolverine, he says, "Somehow I just don't see Sentinels grooving to Jimmy." So he's talking about Jimi Hendrix too. And then you can see Wolverine, he's like fighting them. And then, okay, so then they're like they're shooting them with the laser. And then they kind of shoot each other. So, they're kind of on the run right now. And so they're just getting chased around. Okay, here's Jubilee, because Jubilee's power is like she shoots like kind of like lasers kind of out of her hands, and so she's like zapping this one, and they're kind of chasing around, and Wolverine's using his claws, and he's chopping their heads off and stuff. So it's like a lot of action, and so this one's head comes, because their heads are humongous, and then look how big. You can see how big the head is compared to how big Jubilee is. And he's saying, "Don't turn this unit off. This unit is apprehensive of the darkness." And then Jubilee goes, "Oh, I can't. Wolvie, it's just a machine, but it's afraid." So she feels bad for the robot. And then he says, "That's all right, darling. You just let it." And then now the robots are like, "Fascinating. This illogical deference to sentiment and empathy. This unit is..." Then he gets cut off. Then Wolverine says, "Well, if I ain't Mister 3.14159, come to get his fair share of maximum throwdown." And this is another like pretty cool drawing. Wolverine, like, it's like he just looks really strong and mean, and he's just ready to fight. And then they both, there's another pretty good drawing here, like they're both just ready to run and jump and fight, and it just kind of, I don't know, I feel like it just like takes you there. And like Wolverine just looks like really strong, because you can see this is like a Pizza Hut commercial or ad, and Wolverine is in here, and he's like just doesn't look quite as strong as he does in this comic. Okay, so now the robots say, to run a complete analysis and develop a Sentinel program for higher functions of Sentinels will take 2137.23 years. These units will enter processor sleep and awaken when will be possible for these units to at least understand, if not experience, human emotion. Okay, so they're like, I guess the robots think that like they have to like go to sleep, and then they kind of disappear. So now Wolverine and Jean Grey are Wolverine's not, he's not in his costume anymore, and they're at it looks like a guy with his watches, and so it's cool. It's always cool to see Wolverine without his costume on. He's wearing like a cowboy hat and stuff, and then this is kind of funny. Jubilee just like kicks these guys in the nards, and then yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I always like seeing Wolverine like being like really strong, and with like a lot of action, and like, it's Wolverine, so there's gonna be action all over the place, and yeah, I mean the comic delivers. Sometimes they say you can't judge a book by its cover, but I think you can judge this book by its cover, because it looks from the cover that it's going to be awesome, and it turned out to be pretty awesome comic. So, yeah, that's it for that one. If you want to check this out, once again, it's Wolverine 74, Wolverine number 74, and if you Google that, you can probably just like buy it off eBay or something.